The CRV finance implosion together with the CRV token crash is creating a real war amongst DeFi players. The blame game is going on and people are accusing crypto security firms of tweeting the vulnerabilities live. As a security vulnerability is being exploited, crypto security firms are providing details on Twitter, which then in turn the hackers can further use. There's a real battle in crypto Twitter going on. Let's have a look. Here, look at this. To all auditors and autists out there, you don't tweet live vulnerabilities before they are fully mitigated. Or here, by the founder of Rotkey app, which is a portfolio manager. He finds even harsher words. You either need to be an idiot or outright malicious to tweet out potential vulnerabilities at BlockSec team while there is an ongoing incident. Adding screenshots and asking the potential victim to direct message you in a public tweet. I won't even quote your tweets, but what the actual F. But we are of course going to look at those tweets, at least quickly scanning through them, and see how there's real technical details on the method calls being affected, on the parts in the code that are problematic, updates on who's being affected, etc. is also all shared within the BlockSec Twitter account. Those are, by the way, the versions of the Viper protocol that is causing all of this. So I made a video on this before, right? CRV Finance used a compiler in order to move from Python code to Ethereum virtual machine code. That compiler had a bug that's now being shown by the BlockSec team in Twitter. And that bug caused liquidity pools on CRV Finance to get drained, causing the collapse of the CRV token. CRV is down 15% as of now. It is stabilizing somewhat in the last hours because now it becomes clear how much people are affected. But because this is a bug that's not caused by the CRV team directly, but by Viper, also other smart contracts are being affected. Some sources quote that 450 smart contracts are being affected. Those sources are also mentioned in my other video that I will link directly after this one. So this is Viper that caused all the mess. Those are the Viper versions, the compiler versions. CRV Finance started out by mentioning some of their pools getting exploited. But who besides CRV is also affected? We've got Alchemix, we've got JPEG, Metronome DeFi is also affected, dBridge as well, as is Ellipsis Finance, which is pretty much the CRV Finance of the Binance Smart Chain. Now we do have rough estimates of the extent of damage that this vulnerability has caused. People initially estimated that it's roughly 26.7 million, but when digging a bit more, we're now rather getting closer to 70 million. So here is how much money has been drained from each of those protocols. CRV being affected the most, but Alchemix with 20.6 million doesn't come away unscarred either. There are hopes that some of those funds will be recovered. There's communication between the affected teams on the one side with the hackers on the other side. There are also MEV front-run bots that took the money before some of the hackers could. And in similar instances in the past, this particular MEV frontrunner had returned hacked funds. Here's the communication of the CRV Finance team with the frontrunners. Deployer from CRV, one transaction you front-ran was a hack of CRV Ethereum pool, can refund. So this is all breaking news. This is developing in this moment. CRV will survive all of this. It's less than 30 million and CRV is billions in terms of total value locked. To be a bit more exact, it's 1.869 billion. For CRV, it's mainly a reputational damage. It's not necessarily a substantial loss in terms of capital. But it is a very good reminder that there's always smart contract risk with any DeFi platform. The developers of the particular team might have done everything right, but if you simply just use a library or compiler that's not 100% clean, you can be affected as well. And this is what happened this time with CRV and all the other projects mentioned in this video. In other words, DeFi money is risk on money. All the returns gained with DeFi have to be discounted by the potential risk of an attack. And the best projects, the best teams get hacked from time to time, so plan accordingly. We're discussing the news as they go on in our Telegram. Feel free to join us, the Bitcoin Strategy channel. Simply search for this within the Telegram app or click the link down below. Looking very much forward to chatting with you. Bye bye.